I said it long ago that if I had the power, I would have fired Wike since.
This boy is big.
Dele Momodu.
Okay. I don't really remember his names.
Let me start by telling you that I was very close to Wike.
You are no longer close.
No. Trouble started the moment I declared interest in presidential election. He had not told anybody he wanted to contest. But I was suspecting because of the branding and how much he was spending on journalists. He had retainerships with NTA, with the Channels TV, with AIT, and later with Ovation. And those things are not cheap. But he was getting good results. Everybody was talking about Mr. Project, Mr. Project, Mr. Project, you know. So I now tried to meet him to tell him that I'll be contesting and I will need his support. And before then, I had also traveled around Nigeria. I'd met emirs, met sultan, met everybody. And the general impression I was getting was that if Wike wants to run, he will have problems, especially in the north. The northerners would support anybody but not Wike. So I tried to tell him that this is what I had picked up, so you can then know how to handle it. And that in case you are not able to run, will you kindly support me? What's the crime in that? I already considered you my friend and everything. And he told people, he stopped picking my call. He told people which they even live on television, on channels. They said, so what about new entrants like Dele Momodu? They say, no, get serious, yes. Which Dele Momodu? I said, me? Wike is now saying me, who is there? Wike that told me that he used to watch myself and his boss, Amechi, when we are flying helicopters on top, that he would be down, they would look at us and say, hey, see this people, they are enjoying, you know, that kind of thing. So suddenly, because you've now made money, power.
I read they say it's one Dele Momodu. You see, these are the things I'm talking about. Ask him, when did he come into PDP? He came into PDP 2 weeks to the presidential race. He's from Edo State. Not one vote. Not one vote. Not one vote. Let's say from his own state, at least our son. You know, when you don't want, you just want to let them recognize you, presidential aspirant and become a spokesperson. Somebody who wants to rule Nigeria or govern Nigeria has become a spokesperson of a presidential candidate. You know, some people just, all of you know how many times Dele Momodu has been in Port Harcourt. All of you know that for one project committee. But see, these are the things I tell you. I'm not going to be a party for anybody to think that you will use me to be relevant.
My concern today, my concern is that the APC-led federal government is allowing Wike to go on rampage because ordinarily what Wike is doing is clearly being done with the backing of those at the very top. It's a rehash of what is done in Rivers State with the man he helped install as governor, despite promises by him in the past that when he leaves as governor, he will never dictate to the new governor. A major crisis of monumental dimensions was orchestrated, was aggravated in Rivers by one man. And we all sat that there watching until they had to declare a state of emergency. Just because one man would not agree. I said it long ago that if I had the power, I would have fired Wike since. If I had the power, but I don't have the power. I'm just one man within the party. You know, because the embarrassment to our party is unprecedented. Oh, I made a PDP. Oh, I was the one funding PDP. Look, this evening, before starting this interview, I was talking to people in the studio. I said, do you know I was a member of Leaders and Company from day one in 1992, that the first 2 vehicles, Nduka bought, Nduka Bagbena, he gave me one of it. I started Arise. We were talking with Ruben Abati, with Wale Olale and all of us from their Papa studio. When I arrived there, I said, so is it possible for me to now wake up and tell Nduka Bagbena that because of my contributions to your organization, I am now in charge? That's what is happening in PDP. We all benefited from working for those institutions, this day and Arise. We benefited from it. It gave us a lot of exposure, a lot of contact. That is what Wike has done. Wike is saying, I did this for PDP, but PDP did much more for every one of them. I don't know anybody luckier than Wike in politics today, apart from the president. So I don't know of anybody. He has been chairman of a local government. He became chief of staff. He became minister of state education. He became governor for 8 years. Now you are a very powerful minister of the Federal Capital Territory. What more can a man ask for? Right. Your wife is now a judge of the appeal court. Please, what more? You have beautiful children. You have a beautiful family. Why don't you just sit with them and enjoy life with them instead of all this hocus pocus?
I was here, and sometimes you don't even need to call their names. This boy comes out to all them. He says the children, he calls them. It's big. I don't know. Is that you?
Dele Momodu.
Okay. I don't really remember this name.
He was your friend.
He has not been my friend.
Really?
There are things I won't tell you. This is somebody who said he ran for president. No, he didn't get 1 vote. So that is the condition. Now you tell me when you see him there.
Yeah.
I mean, would that people who appear on television, on sunrise, what do you call sunrise? What do you call it? Sunrise. What do you call it? Is it kakaki or what?
No.
They appear and you give them.
I know that people will still throw tantrums and do their usual things, but my message to Tinubu, I don't worry myself about the wickedness of this world. You see, they are just people being used by the powerful man. He's smart to have them working for him. He knows they need him for survival. And so, he will continue to use them. But my advice to Tinubu is that once upon a time, you were one of our leaders when we were fighting for this democracy. So what shall it profit you to do 2 times, 3 times, if you can live forever and rule Nigeria forever? But at the end of the day, your name enters that book of ignominy. If I meet him today, that's the question I was. Is it worth it? You got what Awolowo could not get. You got what Abiola could not get. What Azikiwe was chasing. What all the big people, Chief Olufalaye. These are people of incredible mental capacity. They couldn't get it. You got it. Either by hook, by crook, by luck, by whatever means, you got it. And because you must do second term, by fire, by force, then you will destroy the entire democracy. We have elders in Nigeria. In the days of tribulations, children run to the elders of the house. And the people you saw today, they've consulted the elders of the house. They've appealed to them to intervene. But unfortunately, some of the guys we have in APC today are people who don't listen to anybody. They are too power drunk that they cannot listen to anybody. So, but before they collapse our democracy, some people must rise up. That's what ADC did today. My problem with Wike is this arrogant attitude of playing God. That everything must be about you.
If you apologize,
and I warned him in advance about it.
You keep saying, if you apologize to you, will it be over?
No, there is no apology. It's nothing to me. He should apologize to the people of Rivers. He should apologize to the people he is disrespecting. He disrespects everybody, including myself.
But what started the thing? Because at some point, I think you know your company was engaged to
yes, because at that time it was focused on his project, on its developmental project.
Yeah.
And I admired him for that, and I still admire him for that. But I cannot admire a man who after God has blessed you, you've been a local government chairman, you've been chief of staff, you've been a minister of state for education, you've been governor for 8 years, now you are minister of FCT, and you still want to control a man because you said you put him there. Some people also helped you to become governor. Did you listen to them when you were governor? So why don't you just face the new assignment given to you by President Tinubu? And I will applaud him. Yeah. But this attempt at playing God, that Fubara must report to you, everything must be about you. These are things that you will not accept. That's part of the thing I was saying about Tinubu now, about Lagos. There were governors in Lagos before Tinubu. If they all held Lagos down, then maybe there would have been no Tinubu. So mine is that once God has blessed you, move to the next stage.
But in what way did Wike disrespect you personally now?
Oh, several times. On television before our primary.
Okay.
Seun Okibaloye was interviewing him one day, and they were talking about candidates. And then the guy said, "Oh, so what do you feel about the other young people who have come into," and then like Dele Momodu, and he just dismissed like that on television, live on television. And I'm like, even if you believe.
And before that time, you guys had never had any issue.
No, we were beginning to have issue the moment I picked up the form. He stopped picking my call. You know, I wrote a letter to him in which I told him the things I had picked up from the grapevine. That he was going to have problems. If he had listened to me, maybe he would have prepared for that disappointment. That disappointment, he has never gotten over it since then. But we all knew there was no way he was going to get that ticket. Either by hook or by crook or whatever. I knew he was not going to get that ticket. But he never listened to anybody.
Why didn't, I guess, it's the owners of Nigeria, why don't they want a Wike?
Well, I don't know, but from the way he's behaving, he's too tempestuous. People believe that he's uncontrollable, he's tempestuous. They believe that when he gets angry, he gets to an unreasonable level. I mean, you're a Christian. Everybody begs you, and you never listen to them. I appealed to him on several times, and I should be one of his best friends. Because I admire his work. Me, I look for the good. Anybody who knows the Ovation tradition will see that I see good in every. Those who came to my event last week, they didn't come just because it's Dele Momodu doing something. But there was always a connection between us. And that connection is that I look for the best in many people. I don't care. So many people who come to me and they say, "Oh, Steve Nakita did that." It's none of my business. As long as one, you've not done it to me and you're able to defend yourself, that's okay. But in Wike's style, everybody is wrong except Wike. Everybody must be fought once you go against Wike. And I can't understand it. And I can see it clearly that it cannot end well if it continues that way. It can't. It will see the wrath of politicians.
Really?
Oh, politicians, they will deal with you. You can't play God with politicians, no matter who you are. I know that money is the thing. You know, when a man has too much money and you believe money can buy everybody, there are people money cannot buy. If it's about money, I will keep my mouth shut and I will continue to make money from Wike. But I can't.